So Fentiang's going to fight Japan. I don't think so. Remember, Fentiang is not actually a puppet, but as close to as could be a puppet. They're still guaranteed. Friendly monopolies, and the computing, and new guns, all on the same day. What a glorious day. Right, I want decryption. And... 1942. Never did get the aeroplanes. You know what, we could do that now. Get the aircraft designer. And get the 1940 CAS. There we go. And network of allegiances. More political power gain, more war support, and more political power. You know what? I think I want to do more of these. It is time to begin investment into new and expanded naval yards for our shipbuilding in Nanjing. It will be capable of assembling also our great ships of today and will be necessary if we wish to modernize the fleet. Speaking of the fleet, I would like to increase the number of dockyards that we have as well. Before too long. That's a massive province. Where's Guangzhou? There. Let's make you a high priority. Yeah, part of the problem is I'm importing so many resources that it's just destroying my civilian industry. Although apparently I don't need to buy in quite as much aluminium right now. How have I lost a shipyard? Better. Okay, so when is the fabrication ready? 15th of August. Just over a month from now. Yeah, Markleek had been doing quite well up till now. Oh, yeah, don't forget Mongolia is a Markleek puppet. They are actually bigger than you would think. Hey, Zombie Slayer Bob. Chongqing declared war on Fentiang. That's a terrible decision, seeing as you already know that I am fabricating on you. But okay. The fall of New Orleans. Federal forces have been pushing towards the city of New Orleans for a while now. Reports are coming in of the city's imminent capture by advancing US troops. Huey Long's current whereabouts are unknown, but it's believed he was rapidly evacuated to the countryside. PSA's advance seems to have slowed somewhat. I think the US is going to take Texas. How close is Japan from attacking China? Japan's busy in Russia. Oh, Japan's also... They're already at war with China. Fentiang's taken Shaanxi. Japan's fighting against Markleek, Mongolia and Chongqing. Did Fentiang join the Co-Prosperity? Nope. It's available to them, they've just not done it. Manchuria has actually finished the majority of their... Well, I guess we're in 42 now, so many of the focuses are going to be doing. What do we think MacArthur's going to do? Caesar, Cincinnatus, or Sulla? That's a good question. What do we think that US is going to happen? I'm going to do this as another poll, just because I'm liking this poll system, and I'll remember to do the pop out this time. So we're going to do new poll. MacArthur's future? Question mark. So the options were Caesar, Cincinnatus, or Sulla. What's the Sulla option? And for this one, subscribers won't count for double. This is just a normal poll because I just want to get an idea of what people are thinking here. Those are the three options. If you are not familiar with what that means, I will tell you. I already passed it, didn't I? It was the defend democracy. Democracy triumphs, which is the restore democracy. So that's probably going to be them unifying with the PSA or the American Caesar, where it's basically super aggro, anti-democratic. Then the reconstructions for both. What's the Sulla? How do you vote on mobile? Oh, yep, good point. Sorry. Mobile. It's because I didn't view results this time. I have to click on view results to get the pop-out link, which is here. Then if you have the pop-out link, I think you can vote. Tell me if that works. So this is the poll link right there. I think Sulla is when he restores democracy and then gets democratically elected president. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is actually pretty split. See you, Maestro. Change the focus tree. Used to be a three-way option for the US. That's vaguely what I thought. But if Sulla is just a Cincinnatus who then gets elected, there would be nothing whatsoever like the historical Sulla. Yeah, I must admit my knowledge of Roman history isn't hugely great. So I couldn't really tell you beyond, like, Caesar. And there we go. The majority of people here, though it is a slim majority of 54%, do believe that he will select Caesar. 38% believe the Cincinnatus, where he will protect democracy and peacefully stand down. And then 8% of you think that he will peacefully stand down and then get re-elected for his efforts as a Sulla, if that's indeed what it means. So there you go. Thank you for your input. You can view the poll, but you can't vote. Is there anything else I could have done? Or did you just get to it too late? Because yeah, the browser source URL is exactly what I would be clicking on. I don't know if I can vote from that though. That's true. Copies to clipboard. Sorry, I don't know. Alright, onwards. We're into August. When was it? 10th of August? 15th. 4 more days. See you, Lucky Lukey. Get us a place in the sun. I am certainly endeavouring to do so. And there it is. Justification is ready. Oh dear. Stop training. Whoops. Let me give you a day or two to recover your organisation. That'll do. German Empire took 22 states. French Republic took 4. Community of France was annexed. They get Marseille? They got Marseille, so they can start on their focus tree for that. Which does result, I think, in a CB on Germany. Return to Marseille. At peace with Germany. Guess the event reconquest of southern France. Loses a bunch of their national focuses. Gains 20 stability. Establish the Underground Railroad. France will become a subject to Germany, I'm pretty sure. That will get them a little bit of extra stability. And then that will lead to either absolutism or suspended constitution. Stay with absolutism, lose 28% stability. Whereas if they restore the suspended constitution, they gain 12. That's a bit of a one-sided choice. Although I guess they lose some national spirits. So are they? Control the High Chamber and support the Sovereign. What does that give them? We don't know because this is a republic, so they can't stay with it anyway. If the French commune is occupied for long enough, then it surrenders and is kicked out of the faction. Yeah, that's what I assumed. You get more aggressive decisions if you stay absolute. Gotcha. Well, we'll see what happens, because I've not seen a partial restoration as this would be. And the Entente have lost France. Now, is this going to make them... No, they're still at war with Britain. So they could try to take Britain. There's the Nanjing Naval Yards. Oh, that's a massive amount of stability we gain through this. Not that we really need it at this stage, we're at 93% stability. Lose dishonest government, lose coercive rule. Coercive rule is a little bit of stability, a little bit of war support, daily political power. And dishonest government, political power, consumer goods, stability, war support. So we would lose the production efficiency and factory output. Oh no, we don't. Still there. So this is just a better version. Coercive government is a better version of dishonest and coercive. I guess it just mixes them together. But how much are we getting from... Here we go. Tsingtao Collaboration Extreme. 10% more production efficiency, 50% faster infrastructure construction, 25% military factory construction, 50% civilian factory construction. Germany, East Asia, civilian industry to target country, plus 35%. What's that mean? Oh, I think Germany, East Asia, if they're buying resources from me, it costs them 85% less. That's what the last one means. Can I proclaim myself as the Emperor of China? I'm not sure that the League can. I prefer when Germany offers up France to the French Republic for an alliance. They could still do that. Civilian industry to target country, plus 35%. Military industry to target country. Costs you more to buy resources from the GA, except it doesn't. Because I'm already buying a bunch from them. 3 times 8 is 24. That hasn't changed. See? 2 times 16. That has not changed. I wonder if they are giving more civilian and military industries to Germany, as they are a puppet. They're getting 35% of my civs like a puppet. Oh, maybe. For steel, for aluminium, for chromium, tungsten, rubber, oil, aluminium. Why would I see that? Because they do have an awful lot of civilian factories, and they do spend an awful lot of time building them. How would we test that? Because I'd be kind of okay with it, I just want to know how exactly that modifier works. Because that certainly would explain why they have so many civilian factories versus military. And this also makes it really in Germany's interest to build up the League of Eight Provinces. Doesn't sound like good business at all. I don't know. With these massive bonuses, I mean 50% faster civilian construction speed, plus all of the usual construction speeds, that's huge. Does it say anywhere? Yeah, 139% faster construction speed. That's really fast. Was there any option to stay named Nanjing Clique? Yep. Lots of different options appear over here in terms of naming conventions. Right, before I forget, I need to actually declare this war. Conquer. So the Reds and the Whites are attacking. Take a minute for the aircraft to arrive, but then they should be in pretty good nick. Immediately throwing like their entire front line back. Yeah, wow, 120 soft attack against 19. And that's with a minus 110% penalty. Their units are really not very good. Oh! Reforms. They're getting a 40% penalty still, whereas mine's down to 10. Is it a focus to get rid of that though? Use the buff to build heaps of factories, then turn it off. I don't think it quite works that way. I wonder if it's related to the AOG percentage. But also I think it's to do with the events that pop up. Like economic aid very high, economic control very high, political control high. The United Front forms. After a string of secret meetings carried over recent weeks, several Chinese political factions, including our own, have agreed to stand together against the oncoming Japanese invasion. Including our own? I didn't agree to this. Unity has been elusive for decades, but now with the formation of the Chinese United Front, the country finally stands a chance at repelling the Japanese invader and crushing their traitorous allies. No, because I'm at war with them. So if there was a rest of China, then I'm sure that the rest of China would be standing with them. Unfortunately, there isn't. It's just us. Mark Leake has joined the Chinese United Front. Chongqing has called Mark Leake as our enemy, so we're now at war with them as well. So now here's the three-way war. It is the Chinese United Front versus the Fentian government in Japan versus the League of Eight Provinces. Except we're not actually at war with Fentian yet. For the sake of China, these warring factions have been set aside their differences. What? Oh, nobody. I have no differences to set aside. They are simply inferior to us. Alright, I should probably tell you to start attacking. Actually, no, hold on. Have the whites finished? Almost. When these two fall, I'll send the whites over to the other frontier. Although the whites actually currently have nothing to do with that attack. No, we're going to cancel your assault, and we're going to send you over here with the intention of attacking here. Go. Get into position nice and quickly. Your planning preparation hasn't been too negatively impacted. The delegation you sent to that particular meeting was a brick through the window, I imagine. Oh, that's good. I like that, rabbit boggling. That's actually a really cool mechanic. War is important for the Chinese factions because then they can reform their army. Otherwise, they stand no chance against Japan. Yeah, exactly. And I'm probably the faction that stands the best chance because I have been rapidly reforming. 9 more factories. Blimey. What am I short in? Nothing. No, support equipment, maybe. Maybe this is the time that we got some motorized. Maybe even some armor. Well, first of all... Huzzah! Japan does have a very large air force, and I would quite like to be able to counter that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start focusing on air power. And then more guns. That's a big shortage of steel. Not steel, aluminium. I know the difference, really. Lend-lease from Russia. Sure. Non-aggression with Russia? Sure. Non-aggression with the Kingdom of Hawaii. Huzzah! Kazoo Raptor, thank you very much for the resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Texas Joe, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Thank you for that as well. Speaking of Texas, how is Texas doing? Still holding off the malignant United States. Standing strong as the American Union state, although the PSA is starting to push a little bit in the north, but not able to push across. Yeah, I guess these are still the Rockies. Sierra Nevada. Yeah, these are the Rockies. Are they the Rockies? These are the Rockies. Are these still the Rockies as well? Or do the Rockies come across like this? No. Yeah, that is still the Rockies. This is just high mountain desert type thing, I think. They're all the Rockies. Okay. Man, this place is nasty. Oh, French Republic has grown. French Kingdom is still there in the north. French Republic is still at peace with the Entente. Well, sorry, still allied to the Entente, but not to Germany. Ah, and we have enough political power to make another change, which is going to be the ship designer, so that I can finally get the Guangzhou shipyards for the cheaper destroyers and submarines. And yes, naval officer training. In order for our fleets to operate in a modern way, we need well-trained naval officers. Without these, coordination will be lacking, and any maneuvers will fail. We need to improve the training of our naval officers in order to tame the massive steel beasts of the sea. Okay, have you arrived? You've arrived. Begin the southern offensive. Although Chongqing is not going to hold out for... In fact, Chongqing is the only one I thought they called marine against us. Apparently they didn't. So how does that work if you're only at war with one of the faction leaders? Because apparently Ma are one of them as well. Oh, these are reds in the wrong place. And the yellow line is just wrong. Like so. Oh, but we probably should give you orders. In fact, that's a pretty long line. So let's say that you're responsible now to here, and the science to here. Encryption, mark leak is almost out. At which point Chongqing, unfortunately... Oh no, 42 versus 43%. I was reading myself as Japan there, but I'm not Japan. 42 versus 43, and Russia is in this war too. And 1942. It just occurred to me that I could get nuclear research for that extra little blip of research speed. No, artillery. We are quite far behind in artillery. Let's get that done. Our clique is done. Looks like they're about to take Chengdu.